Most of your social media followers are probably worthless to your business. That sounds harsh, but a large follower count can create the illusion that your marketing is working, even when those followers never visit your website, inquire about your service, or buy anything from you. Businesses have spent years chasing audience size. But the real question is not how many people follow us. It is, do the right people care enough to act? Followers are easy to understand. The number is public. It increases. It looks impressive on a profile. And it gives everyone involved a simple way to feel as though progress is being made. But followers are not all equal. 10,000 people who followed because of a competition, a viral joke, or an unrelated trend may be less valuable than 500 people who genuinely understand what your business does. One audience looks larger. The other is more likely to produce customers. And this is where social media reporting can become misleading. A business can appear to be growing while becoming less relevant to the people it actually needs to reach. There is a major difference between attention and intent. Attention means someone stops scrolling. Intent means they are interested enough to take another step. A controversial post might attract enormous reach. A funny video might generate thousands of likes. A trend might bring hundreds of new followers. But did any of those people understand your product? Did they remember your business? Did they visit your profile? Did they ask a question? Did they book a call? Did they become a customer? Attention can open the door. But attention without relevance rarely moves people through it. That is why the objective cannot simply be to attract the largest possible audience. It should be to attract the most relevant audience and give them a reason to continue. A valuable audience is not necessarily the loudest. It is the audience that repeatedly demonstrates interest. They watch more than one video. They save useful posts. They visit your profile. They ask specific questions. They return to your content. They recognize the problem you solve. And when the timing is right, they know where to go next. For Chirpy, a business owner struggling with content consistency is far more valuable than someone who simply enjoyed one entertaining post. The first person may only like one piece of content, but that content speaks directly to a real problem they have. That is commercial relevance, and it is far more important than collecting reactions from people who were never likely to need the product. Going viral can sometimes help a business, but it can also distort the audience. Imagine you run a specialist accounting firm and one of your office humor videos suddenly gets 1 million views. That may feel like a breakthrough, but if most of the new audience followed for comedy rather than accounting expertise, your next educational post may perform terribly. The business then starts changing its content to satisfy the audience it accidentally attracted. And slowly, the marketing moves further away from the people who could actually become customers. The content gets more popular, the business becomes less clear. That is not necessarily growth. Sometimes it is just distraction at scale. This does not mean followers, views, and likes are useless. They are signals. They can tell you whether the content is being distributed and whether the opening idea captured attention. But they need to be connected to stronger questions. Who watched? What did they do next? Did they view another piece of content? Did they visit the company page? Did website traffic increase? Did the business receive more qualified inquiries? Are sales conversations beginning with something the customer saw online? Are existing customers becoming more engaged? The best measurement is not always a single number. It is evidence that your content is moving the right people closer to the business. To build a more valuable audience, your content needs to do 3 things consistently. First, it needs to name the problems your ideal customer actually has. Secondly, it needs to demonstrate that you understand those problems deeply. And lastly, it needs to give people a clear next step when they are ready. That does not mean every post should be a sales pitch. In fact, most of them should not be. But your content should make it increasingly obvious who you help, what you understand, and why someone should trust you. Relevance earns attention. Trust creates the opportunity, and a clear path allows that opportunity to become a business result. So, no, I do not think businesses should stop trying to grow their audiences, but they should stop treating every new follower as equally valuable. A smaller, relevant audience can outperform a massive, disconnected one. The goal is not to become known by everyone. It is to become trusted by the people who matter to your business. Because followers are not customers. Views are not revenue. And popularity is not the same thing as progress. The right audience may grow more slowly, but it builds a much stronger business.